Kurt in Cleveland on the Fan. You're on CBS Sports Radio.
Hey, can I get a cold one?
Yeah, get him a beverage, Moff. What's up?
Oh, it's just, I hear this about 10 and 2 quarterbacks, and I wanted to jump off a bridge, man.
It's just insane.
I just wanted to myself. I'm like, are you kidding me? It's always a bummer when you get your, 7th choice for head coach, and I don't know. I just want to know, has any coach ever been fired in preseason?
Yeah, isn't it like embarrassing? Like I don't get it. I've never seen a team go through more drama than the Cleveland Browns did to name a starter amongst their 2 crappy quarterbacks. And then they name one, and then 2 days later they say that they're going to use 2 quarterbacks. Like, it really does epitomize the franchise that's never won a playoff game in 20 years. That's who they are. They're a loser franchise, and it was just a loser move. In my opinion, it was a loser move because you need to just stick to your guns. All right, they said it best themselves, not me. This is not me saying this. They said it on record that we sat around as a group, and we made the decision as a group, as a team. The guys that make decisions around this football team made a decision, and it was that Brian Hoyer deserved the job, and he was our starter, and we were going to go with the horse that brought us. That's him. Hoyer's the man. We're giving him the reins. He's our guy. And then 2 days later, you say you're going to put in the guy that's been absolute garbage, that everyone's in love with because he takes selfies in Las Vegas with celebrities, and he hangs out with LeBron James and Gronkowski, and he somehow gets girlfriends with all those with that ugly face of his. Honestly, I don't get the fascination with this kid, and that if you don't play well, you just don't play. Okay? If you suck, you're standing on the bench learning the hard way, Johnny Bench. But the other guy got the job, and then 2 days later you stick it in his face and stick it in his gut and put a knife in his chest and say we're going to play the other kid anyway? How embarrassing is that? In my opinion, that's the first thing I thought. When the first thing I heard, we're going to play Johnny anyway, we're going to have a big package for Johnny in the offense. Like, you know what? The Browns aren't sophisticated enough of an offense or a team or a franchise to run a bunch of side packages for another quarterback that can't even figure out the god. Start swearing and it's so miserable. I'm going to swear profusely now when I go to break because he doesn't know the playbook. But I was going to use a lot of words that start with F, G, D, C, B, S.
Can I buy a vowel?
E. Maybe I should get my ferrolonoscopy before October 27th. I might be able to do it right now, the way I feel.
I believe that Jimmy Haslam, the owner, is going to get involved, kind of like Snyder did here in D.C., that this guy eventually is going to demand for Johnny to play, not just because whether he can win or not, just because for sales and business, and
yeah.
I just think that, we know that Hoyer can't play. We know he's average at best. So you might as well just get this guy in here, make the money, sell the jerseys, get him his experience. What are you going to do? You going to lose with Hoyer or are you going to lose with Manziel?
Yeah, but I don't think that it's all instant gratification. We got to do it now, today. Come on, hurry up. Go, put him in. I just think it's asking for trouble. So I have no problem at all with the plan to be patient with him. He's not ready. He said he isn't ready. He sucked when he played. Why put yourself through that? Let it happen naturally. If Hoyer sucks, put him in. If Hoyer wins, leave him on the sideline. It's real simple. Let's not get fancy here because of business interests. The interests of that owner are so corrupt to begin with. I mean, he's already been busted for robbing people of millions of dollars. So can we just leave him out of we need to make him a lot of money for business interests so that, he could sell a lot of jerseys. Come on, who cares? Don't the Browns fans just want wins? Do you really care about the owner and how much money he's making or stealing from you? Because are you going to trust that guy now? Are you really going to trust that guy? He's been busted for fraud already. You can't trust him. What do I care about making him money? I just want him to win football games. If you've been waiting for 20 years in Cleveland for a win, I mean, what do you care about the corrupt owner that can't even run his gasoline business without stealing from people? Don't blame me that the guy got busted for corruption. I mean, come on. Win a game. Isn't that what it's all about for Browns fans? Win a game. Thanks. Do you remember when they drafted him? You would have thought the world had ended. Like, it was the greatest day in the world. Like, they had just scored John Elway or something. You know, like, you thought that literally it was the greatest moment in NFL history, that this kid was the greatest quarterback that's ever lived. That's what the reaction was like in Cleveland when you got him. People jumping up and down, kissing each other. They didn't even know each other. And then you watched him play, and you're like, oh, God, he kind of sucks. Don't tell anybody, but shh, listen, I went to the game. He was awful. I'm selling my season tickets. Tonight's winner is Lee Fitz, Mafia. Lee writes, at Tree Father, Ferrall, dude, if I had a doobie for every time I forgot how to spell your blessed last name, get him a case of absolutely nothing, Mafia. He's a winner.
You get nothing.
We're sending you a case of nothing overnight from CBS Sports Radio to your home to show all your family and friends, your colleagues, your neighbors, your lover, and your mailman the little you have, which is nothing. You were nothing when you started the evening. You'll be nothing tomorrow when you get nothing in the mail.
You'll get nothing and like it.
I have to let him know he's won, Mafia, by multitasking. You win just for mentioning doobies. Congrats. There you go, Mafia, another winner of the Quicken Loans Amazing Tweet of the Night. All right.
Can I ask you a question, Mr. Ferrall?
What? Is this going to take long?
No.
Because I'm about to, I want to talk sports. Question?
No, I'll wait.
Question?
I'll wait.
No, go ahead. What is it?
Okay, so you were talking about it before. Richie Incognito, okay?
I haven't gotten to that story yet. So, why is he back in the NFL?
Or, no, not just that, but Michael Sam, which player has the better chance of playing a full season this year?
Okay, so we can throw that out there and let people tell us what they think of Richie Incognito or Michael Sam.
Yes.
Okay, so Richie Incognito sounds like he's going to get signed by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, right?
It's ridiculous.
Well, the NFL's cleared him to play, so he's going to play whether you like it or not.
It's ridiculous.
Just say that once. He's going to play whether I like it or not. Say it once. Mafia, we got to go through the psychology with this kid. They're going to let him play whether I like it or not.
He's going to play because I apparently don't matter.
No, because whether I like it or whether I like it or not.
Whether I like it or not.
It sounded really good, Shep. You're getting good at that. So we'll talk about Richie Incognito. Feel free to call in and give your opinion on whether he should be allowed to play football again after all of his hazing. I think Incognito, if anything, it smells like Tampa, but who knows? He could play anywhere. He's not bad. He's not a bad football player. He's just completely insane. He's off his rocker. He's clearly a guy, like when he bashed his car in, like this Jaguar or whatever it was, that's like steroid rage. I mean, this guy's a freak. I'm shocked, to be honest with you, that they cleared him for full, gig in the NFL. He can play anywhere he wants now. I think that surprises me a little bit after what he did. I mean, he tortured a guy. And the guy wanted to kill himself, and then the very next year, like nothing ever happened, he's allowed to play again. Meanwhile, a guy drags his wife's carcass from an elevator. He gets a 2-game suspension. I will revert back to that suspension for every suspension in the NFL forever now. A guy drinks a beer, gets 4 games. A guy smokes a joint, gets 16 games. I mean, they're penalties. And their judge, jury, and executioner, Roger Goodell, is almost laughable in the NFL. It really is. Like, how they determine what guys get punished. So a guy that tortures another player, his own teammate, and mentally tortures him, hazes him, and makes fun of him until the guy wants to kill himself. The guy had to quit football. The guy had to run for help in a rubber room. The guy had to see a shrink. And now the guy's playing somewhere else entirely because he can't be around this guy. And that guy, when it's all said and done, they're like, here, you can play football again. We're going to let you go back and torture more people. It's like, that's unbelievable to me. But he's not going to the Cleveland Browns. Maybe he will, and I could be wrong. And you know what? I don't care if I'm wrong. I really don't. Every day, I'm wrong all the time about a lot of things. And I don't care where that idiot plays. He's an idiot. And I hope he's listening right now because you're a jerk. And people think you're a tool because you think you're such a badass with all your, how many times do we have to see this guy doing something stupid in a bar drunk or at his house with a baseball bat? He's a violent, crazy, hazing moron, and he shouldn't be allowed to play football. But they're going to let him play football because the NFL loves violence unless you hit a quarterback.
He's an idiot.
If you hit a quarterback, you're going to jail. If you hit anyone else, it's open season. They don't even care if you hit Wes Welker in the skull.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.